Welcome back, automation adventurers, to episode 265 of our podcast. I'm Mark, your tech enthusiast, and seriously, we've got some cool stuff to dig into today.
And I'm Jenny, ready to dive into the future with you, Mark. Today, we're talking about ARBOR Technology and their presence at Automate 2025. It sounds like they're bringing quite the lineup, especially for machine vision, AMRs, and smart retail sectors, which I think is fascinating.
They certainly are, Jenny. Automate 2025 is happening in Detroit, May 12th to 15th, and it's a big deal. Detroit, by the way, is a smart, strategic choice. It's not just a vibrant city again, it's also where the Association for Advancing Automation, A3, has its headquarters in Ann Arbor, nearby. So, it's a natural fit for showcasing industrial muscle. ARBOR's at booth number 9126, and they're definitely targeting those big players in automotive and factory automation, if you know what I mean.
That does make sense. Detroit being at the heart of industry really roots it in something real. And speaking of real, let's dive into some of their products. I saw something about ARBOR's FPC 5211 winning Best in Show at Embedded World 2025. Tell me about that. What makes it so special for machine vision in particular?
Oh, the FPC 5211 is a powerhouse in the best possible way. This device handles light AR and camera data with less than 21 milliseconds of latency. Most people don't grasp how critical that is for machine vision. Think about a factory assembly line. If you're trying to detect a tiny defect on a fast-moving part, or perhaps analyze traffic patterns in a smart city, every millisecond counts. This edge computing platform processes data almost instantly, right where it's collected, instead of sending it all the way to the cloud and back. It can mean the difference between catching a defect and a faulty product shipping out, which, could save companies a lot of money and headaches.
Okay, wait, let me get this straight. Less than 21 milliseconds? That's faster than human reflexes, surely. Do factories even need human quality control staff anymore with something like this? It sounds like it could almost entirely take over the QA team's role.
Whoa, good point. It's a thought-provoking idea, right? But I'd argue it's more about augmentation than replacement. Imagine this as a super-efficient co-pilot for the QC staff. It catches microscopic defects that humans might physically miss, especially over long shifts, leading to fatigue. Humans can then focus on problem-solving, process improvement, and the more complex, nuanced decisions that still require human intuition. It elevates the human role, really, making it more strategic.
That's a much more reassuring thought, Mark. And speaking of augmentation, let's talk about the world of robotics. ARBOR is showcasing solutions for autonomous mobile robots, or AMRs. How do these differ from the automated guided vehicles, AGVs, that we're perhaps more familiar with in older industrial settings?
This is a great question, Jenny, and it's a fundamental shift in industrial automation. AGVs are like trains on fixed tracks. They follow predefined paths, usually marked by tape or wires on the floor. Very rigid. If something blocks their path, they stop and wait. AMRs, on the other hand, are the true navigators. They use AI, sensors, and localization technologies like LiDAR to build an understanding of their environment. They can adapt their routes dynamically, reroute around unexpected obstacles, and don't need any physical paths. Stanley Chu, the GM of solutions at ARBOR, even called AMRs the forklifts of tomorrow because they navigate without tracks. This flexibility is exactly what ARBOR's SB244 RPLU enables, making operations far more adaptable.
So basically, ARBOR is using spatial AI so robots can reroute around new obstacles instantly, no programmer needed. That fundamentally changes warehouse economics, doesn't it? What's the ROI tipping point for migrating from those older AGVs to these dynamic AMR systems? Like, when do companies really see the value in making that switch?
Absolutely. It changes everything. When you think about ROI, consider the cost of downtime caused by rigid AGV paths, the inflexibility of reconfiguring those paths, and the sheer efficiency gains from AMRs. Warehouses can optimize routes in real time, handle unpredictable surges in demand, and integrate new processes without a major overhaul of their infrastructure. The tipping point often comes when labor costs for manual forklifts become prohibitive, or when the cost of reconfiguring a busy warehouse for AGVs outweighs the benefits from AMR flexibility. It's about agility, efficiency, and future-proofing your logistics operations, especially in a world where supply chains need to be incredibly responsive.
All right, switching gears a bit, ARBOR is also delving into smart retail. The idea of retail automation sounds pretty broad, covering a lot of ground. What's one of the most interesting or maybe even out there applications they're showcasing that caught your eye?
Oh, this one's intriguing. They have the Ruby 10 tablet paired with their IEC 3714, which boasts about 34 TOPS of AI performance. And you know what they can do together? Things like auto senior discounts via real-time video analysis. Imagine a system that sees a shopper, identifies their age using AI, and then automatically triggers a discount without any manual input from a cashier or the customer having to ask. That's real-time AI in action, moving beyond just security surveillance and into personalized customer experiences.
So the Ruby tablet sees a shopper, IDs their age via AI, and triggers discounts? That sounds either incredibly cool or a little bit invasive, depending on your perspective. Where do you land on that one, Mark?
Honestly, I'm right there with you. A little bit of both. It definitely raises questions about privacy and data usage, which are important conversations to have, and frankly, we need more of them. But let's picture it differently. Imagine these systems identifying a VIP customer walking into a store and alerting staff to offer them their favorite coffee. Or perhaps it's about optimizing store layouts based on real-time crowd dynamics. Or even improving inventory management by detecting when shelves are empty. It suddenly becomes super personalized and efficient, optimizing operations rather than just being creepy.
That's a fair point. It really is all about how the technology is deployed and the actual benefits it brings to the customer and the business. And speaking of deployment, durability is always a concern in industrial and retail environments where things can get a bit rough. What's one of ARBOR's clever solutions in terms of ruggedization that might not be immediately obvious?
Jenny, you've hit on such an important, often overlooked aspect: ruggedness. For warehouse operations, constant uptime is everything. Losses can be substantial if equipment is down. ARBOR's Ruby 10 tablets feature industry-first hot swappable batteries. This means you can swap out a dead battery for a fresh one without powering down the device, ensuring 24/7 operation. Plus, it's IP65 rated, so it's protected against dust, spills, and drops. I mean, why haven't earlier rugged devices solved retail logistics challenges with this kind of ease?
That's an excellent question. Maybe because rugged often meant bulky or less functional in the past, a trade-off was assumed. But this hot swappable battery feature and the IP65 rating, could that become a universal standard for all industrial mobility tools, not just tablets? It seems like it should be.
I think it has to, Jenny. Downtime is expensive, whether it's a tablet, a sensor, or a robot. As these devices become more integral to core operations, their resilience and ease of maintenance become paramount. It's about designing for the real world, ensuring that technology enhances efficiency without introducing new points of failure. And honestly, ARBOR is really leaning into that with their current lineup, which is smart design.
It's genuinely inspiring to see how technology is not just advancing rapidly, but also becoming more practical and adaptable for real-world industrial and retail challenges. From smarter factories to more efficient retail experiences, ARBOR Technology seems to be pushing boundaries on multiple fronts.
Absolutely, Jenny. It's a testament to how edge computing, AI, and robust hardware are coming together to create genuinely intelligent and resilient systems. Automate 2025 is definitely going to be an exciting showcase for these advancements, and I can't wait to see what else emerges.
Well, that brings us to the end of another fascinating discussion. Thank you for tuning in to episode 265. Don't forget to check out ARBOR Technology at booth number 9126 at Automate 2025 if you're attending.
And until next time, keep exploring the incredible world of technology with us, and always look for those practical applications. Take care, everyone.